So, dear students, let's discuss this question. This question is related to the single transformation. So, here are two combined transformation. First, we do reflection on y equals to minus 2, and then reflection on x equals to 3 successively. So, we do two reflections successively, then we'll find the coordinates. And this is the case where the line of reflection are perpendicular to each other. So based on that rule, we'll find single transformations. So let's find reflection on y equals to k. What are the images? So first we do reflection on y equals to minus 2, and for that we need to use the formula for y equals to k. And here particularly value of k is minus 2. So how to find the formula? Let's discuss. So the first formula is x comma 2k minus y when reflection on y equals to k. For this question, the value of k is minus 2. That's why 2 into minus 2, so it will be minus 4. That's why the modification of the formula is x comma minus 4 minus y. Based on that, we'll find a dash, b dash, and c dash. So while finding a dash from a, for a, x is 1 and y is 2, simply we input those values in that modification formula. In this way, we'll get a dash, that is 1 comma minus 6. Similar process for finding b dash. This is 4 is x and minus 1 is y. So when you input minus y, minus 1, it will be plus 1. And similarly, you will find b dash, c dash. Now next we do reflection on x equals to h, because the second reflection is x equals to h, that is x equals to 3, and value of h is 3 here. So the formula is 2h minus x comma y when reflection on x equals to h. The value of h is 3, so 2 into 3, it will be 6. So 6 minus x comma y. This is the formula in this second page. Now let's find final images. A double dash from A, simply we need to input x and y from a dash, b dash, and c dash in this case. Now let's start from a dash. 1 comma minus 6, so 1 is x and y is minus 6. We input here the value of x and y from a dash like this, 6 minus 1 minus 6, and the result is this. Similarly, same approach for b dash, b double dash will come. Same approach for c dash, and c double dash will come. So these are the final images. Therefore the coordinates of the bodies of the final images are this: a double dash, b double dash, and c double dash. So simply finding the coordinates of the images, that part is done in these slides. Now we'll talk about other two remaining part. One is its graphical representation, and another is what could be the single transformation equivalent to this combined transformation. So for this, I'll display the image, formation of image from GeoGebra. So let's see. This is the final information of those images in this GeoGebra, but I will display stepwise the formation of those three triangles in a graph, and we'll discuss what could be the single transformations. Okay, now this is A, the coordinate is 1 comma 2. You need to plot. It lies in first quadrant, B lies in fourth quadrant, and C lies in again first quadrant. The triangle ABC will form. Then after that, similarly a dash, b dash, c dash, that is the first image will form. after reflection on y equals to minus 2 and reflection on x equals to 3. You can see two dotted line there. They are the line of reflection and they are perpendicular to each other. It is visible. So in this way, simply if it is the task to plot those triangles, this is the case. So here I like to pause. If we need to compare those coordinates between object and final images, I mean comparing with A with A double dash, B with B double dash, and C with C double dash, it is very difficult, almost not possible to discover, means to explore what is the actual rule is happening here. So what I have written here, it is almost impossible to find single transformation through inspection, so that's why we have to catch the rule. Since the line of reflection are perpendicular to each other, so single transformation is rotation through 180 degree about point of intersection, that is 3 comma minus 2. You can see here those dotted line, they are intersecting at coordinate D, and that is 3 comma minus 2. Here I am rotating the rotations by using the slider. You can see the changes of value in alpha, accordingly how the triangle ABC do the transformations about origin through rotations. So alpha is 55 degree, 57 degree, so there is a changing in alpha, accordingly changing in the position of triangle ABC. So what will happen if that angle become 180 degree? If angle becomes 180 degree, that time let's see. In this case, so in 0 degree overlapping with object, and in 180 degree that is exactly overlapping with the final image. And see, again I will display. So in 180 degree exactly overlapping with final image and about that point D, that is 3 comma minus 2. So rotation through 3 comma minus 2, rotating 180 degree to reach from ABC to A double dash, B double dash, C double dash. That's why here is the single transformation is rotation through 180 degree, and we can see these things not from inspection but from graphically based on the rule. And this is the formation of the graph for these particular questions. Now let's discuss one final question related to combined transformations. Okay, now in this question, let's see this question. In this question, here is also two successive reflection. Let's talk about the type of reflection here. So one is reflection on y equals to 4. It is the first action we need to do, which is followed by reflection on y equals to 0. As I told in my class, y equals to 4 and y equals to 0, these two lines of reflection are parallel to each other. So it is the case of combined transformation where existing two reflections which are parallel to each other. Now let's find the images under these conditions and plot them in a graph, and also let's discuss its equivalent combined transformations, means single transformations. So as a rule, when the line of reflections are parallel, most probably the single transformation is equivalent to translation. So let's start the process. Here we do reflection successively. First x comma y, reflection on y equals to k equals to 4. Because here k equals to 4, the formula is x comma 2k minus y, like previous question. Since k equals to 4, so value of 2k is 8, because 2 into 4 is 8. So let's find a dash, b dash, and c from c dash. Okay, so simply in that formula, so when you are finding first images, you need to input x and y. The coordinates of objects are x and y. You input those values very carefully in place of x and y to get the output of a dash, b dash, and c dash. Next step is reflection on y equals to 0, that is x-axis, and the formula is in x-axis there is change in y coordinate x comma minus y. So accordingly, from a dash we'll get a double dash, b double dash, c double dash, and these are the final images. So one of the part is done. So here we computed all the images of the triangle ABC under this combined transformation. Now we'll discuss presenting this in graph, and we'll discuss what could be the single transformation in this equation. Already we guessed that the single transformation could be translation because the line of reflections are parallel to each other. Now this is the formation of graph, but final graph, but here I'll show stepwise. Here the color one are the images, and the initial triangle ABC is an object. Let me demonstrate this stepwise. I'll adjust first, then I'll do that. Now first we'll plot A, B and C, we'll join them like this and we'll find triangle ABC. Then after that we'll plot A dash, B dash and C dash. Then we'll join, that is our first image, reflection on y equals to y equals to 4. Then final image A double dash, B double dash, C double dash, and this final image will form. This is again reflection on x-axis. So here let's compare. Here let me pause this video. Let's compare coordinates of the object and final image. Here when you compare A B C with A double dash, B double dash, C double dash, in this case also if you try you can find some rule here. Because one thing is similar between A dash, B A double dash, B double dash, and C double dash. There is no changes in x coordinate, and with this certain number there is changes in y coordinate. So you need to explore what is the rule. So for that, here is one formula, that is what I am exploring. This all three changes, okay, there is no changes in x coordinate, but there is changes in y coordinate. So what kind of changes? Simply see here, there is that is following this rule, x plus 0 and y minus 8. Here also how these two combined transformation is equivalent to the translation. For that there is one vector, see, like this. Initially this is object ABC, but you can reach to A double dash, B double dash, C double dash through the translation by the vector 0 comma minus 8. So one more time we can display. See, initially this is an object, but if you want to do the single transformation, then in this way we can reach to the final images, the A double dash, B double dash, C double dash. That's why it is a translation by the vector 0 comma minus 8. If you use that formula, x comma y change into x plus 0 comma y minus 8, and it is true. So in this way this is also discussed. Thank you so much. So here simply we discuss two cases. One case is by inspection we can find what is the single transformation. Second case is it is difficult because sometimes if the line of reflection are perpendicular to each other, then you have to understand the single transformation is equivalent to 180-degree rotation through the point of intersection. And like this final question, if the line of reflection are parallel to each other, then it is equivalent to the translation by the certain vector. And this in such case sometimes by the inspection also we can try